All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. We're sitting here in one of our offices, and in this video we'll be talking about how hard is it actually for a complete beginner to build their own successful online business as a coach or as a service provider. And this is a little bit of a longer video, maybe. I'm not sure how long it's going to turn out, but I do want to touch on all the intricacies and all the ins and outs that are very important if you're getting started. So how hard is it really for someone with zero experience? If you're seeking that, if you're thinking about that, this video is for you. Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom. The first thing I want to mention here is it's possible, okay? How hard is it really? Is it even possible? It definitely is possible. There's a lot of BS thinking out there that some people think, and there's other BS that some of these gurus out there are saying, but it is definitely possible. If you do it right, obviously. If you do it right, you don't need a funnel to get started. You don't have marketing experience that you need. You don't even need a website. You, by all means, don't need to have a big brand to get started. All these myths out there, you gotta get this, you gotta get that. You don't need a certificate. You don't need to have a college degree in that either. Like I said, we've been working with hundreds of clients out there for a very, very long time. We know that. This is not just from my own personal experience, but this is also from working with many, many clients that we've built literally up from scratch, made them their own successful online coaching or online service providing businesses. Many of them making their first 4 to 5 figures a month. Many of them are then later on going to be scaled. Many of them have been scaled already to 6 figures a month, and so on and so forth. It's definitely possible. You do not need to be the 10 out of 10 big overlord experienced person in a respective field. In fact, what we figured out is that most of the coaching or consulting that you're doing is out of your own experience, and it is really listening to the clients, keeping them accountable, but most importantly, being 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of the average person. Right? You don't need to be 100 steps ahead of the average person, but 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of the average person usually works the best. If I look back at my own first business, the dating advice business that I've built from 2010 onwards, I was not having a college degree in psychology or whatnot. I did not have a certificate as a coach. I did not even have a website either, but what I did was something called manual lead gen, and that is something that we teach to our clients as well. It's literally reaching out to people that are in your potential target audience that could potentially use your help, just to keep it simple, and getting them on a call, and on that call you basically show them that you know what you're talking about. You make them an offer, and it's how you can literally get your first clients. And that is how I got my first clients. That's how I made my first 4 figures way back in the days as a coach for dating advice. And ever since then, I started building a brand in that, had one of the biggest brands in the world for that. And then, more and more people ask me, Max, how have you built your online coaching business? Can you give me tips? I want to get started. And then slowly but steadily, I decided to branch out and build this little channel here. And now, my main focus is helping other people from scratch, and if they already make money to scale, their own online coaching businesses or online service providing businesses. So what I'm trying to say here is it's possible. You don't need to be a 10 out of 10 expert. You don't need to have a funnel. You don't need to have a big brand. You don't need to have a big YouTube channel or a podcast or whatnot. You can literally just be an average Joe, if you will, if you do it right. Now, those things are nice to have, and most of our more advanced clients that are making around 30K, 50K, 100K a month, those are the people that we're teaching brand building and funnel building and so on and so forth. But until that point, you absolutely don't need it. All right. Now let's talk about how hard is it? How hard is it? Difficult? Is it a numbers game? Does luck play a role? Out of my own experience and after working with all our clients, no, luck does not play a role. Some people are luckier than others, but it's not like a given thing that you need. But also, it's not a magic pill. Okay, I want you to get away from that thinking of, Max, if I work with you, it's going to be a magic pill. I just come in and you just fix me and it's all there for me. No, you still need to work hard on that. And I'm almost priding myself in that, because I don't want anybody to come in and say, oh, let's go make money quickly and stuff like that. Now, what we're doing is we give people a boring, mundane process, a process that is proven to work, and they execute that process, right? And especially people that are our clients still need to execute themselves, right? They have all the expertise, they have the feedback from us, we guide them through every single step that they have to do, but they still have to take these steps themselves, right? The first phase, if you're getting started from scratch, is you have to position yourself properly. This is oftentimes accompanied by understanding your strengths, having your strengths analyzed, seeing, okay, what is the market, what kind of strengths can result in building a business, what is something that can be lucrative, and then how do you position yourself here, meaning who's your potential target audience? Where is that target audience? You know, where do they hang out online? Like, are there certain forums? Are there Facebook groups? Are there Instagram pages? Are there people on Instagram or people on LinkedIn that you then later on can reach out manually and get them on a call and then, you know, close them to become your clients? So it is positioning, is creating an enticing offer. It is then manual lead gen. So once you have the positioning, once you have the enticing offer, you do manual lead gen. And you may have watched extra videos of mine talking about manual lead gen. Manual lead generation is reaching out to people manually. You send them a DM, you send them an email, you get them on a call, you show them what you can, right? You show them that you have expertise in your field. You're honest, you don't need to use sleazy sales techniques or something like that. We're very big on being honest, and but also being honest in terms of calling people out on their BS. If someone gets on your call and they have been doing something but they haven't gotten the results, you show them, hey, this is how you actually get results. I'm the expert, I can show you, right? And then you can get them a great offer, and then they can become your first test clients, right? That is usually how the first phase looks like, okay? And like I said, you can easily make your first sales. I mean, we have people that are literally getting there after a couple of weeks. They're making the first 4 figures, making the first 5 figures. After a couple of weeks, they make their first sales with 0 prior experience, as complete nobodies, with no brand, with no website. Maybe we should show some testimonials here. We added those in. It's possible, and that's the first phase. Again, it's not a magic pill. All these testimonials that you're seeing now are people that had to work to get there, okay? Don't think this is like the drop shipping hype. No, you still need to work and get there properly, because what we want to do is we want to build a legitimate business with you, okay? We want to build something legit that can last you for a long time, not a hypey, get rich quick type of thing, okay? And also something that I love talking about is that we usually leave our clients in our programs. We leave them in that ecosystem where they can get in touch with us all the time, get our feedback as long as it takes, right? So if some people take a little longer to get their first results, we always give them the opportunity to stay in touch with us as long as it takes. We don't kick them out or anything, because it's also in our own interest for them to get those results. Sometimes it happens fairly quickly after 3, 4, 5 weeks. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but at the end of the day, it's important that people get that solid foundation. It's important that people stick to it, get their first clients, and then scale upon that, all right? That's the first phase that we're setting people up with. Now, before we get to the next point, follow me on Instagram. If you want to get in touch with me, if you want to learn a little bit more on a daily basis, we're going to show my Instagram account somewhere here, also link in the description. I'm posting very valuable stuff on there almost every day. I'm doing Q&As, I'm doing live streams in the Instagram stories. I'm also replying to every DM. So if you want to get in touch with me personally, send me a DM on Instagram, go give a follow, let's get in touch. Now, that's the first phase, okay? Not a magic pill, you have to put in work, manual lead gen. Second phase is the phase where you're making relatively good money, you're making it fairly consistently, okay? These are people that are making the first 4 figures month after month. Sometimes they crack the 5 figures. This is where I usually say, stay at it, okay? Stick to it. Don't let your ego get involved at this point. This happens so many times. Once people make their first 10K, they think of themselves as the grandiose entrepreneur, and it's almost sad to see, because they often have much more potential, you know, up potential. They could do much more. So we always say, you know, stay at it, continue executing, we help you scale, and so on and so forth. This is really, really important. We can show some testimonials here as well. These are people that are making money more consistently. This is a dangerous phase, because again, some people start leaning back because in their reality it's good money and they think it's going to be like that forever. All they have to do is just do the same things. Absolutely, but why not making more? Why not pushing harder? Why not making something bigger than yourself out of it? You know, which then leads to the third phase, which is scaling. Okay, so We always tell that, you've heard me talk about this before, the baseline first milestone that we want to get our clients to is to their first 10K a month, more or less consistently, all right? If they have 9K one month and 11 the other, that doesn't matter. So more or less consistently 10K a month, and then we scale them. And then we start saying, okay, this is how you build a proper website. This is how you streamline the process of people getting onto that website. This is how you build a small niche brand. And then later on, we can also run ads. And that's the great thing about this way is you're not forced to run ads at the beginning where you're just burning money. It's a very lean process to get there, right? Like I said, it's not a magic pill. You still need to execute, but at the end of the day, it's a lean process. You have very little risk because you're not investing money in ads whatsoever, right? You're building that solid foundation, you get your first clients, you get better as a coach as you're already getting paid, and then you start scaling. All right, and yeah, like I said, scaling can look like small niche brands and then growing that brand, and then upon that you build ads and so on and so forth, and you as the owner of this can remove yourself more and more from the actual process, right? You can start making key hires, you get a small team, you remove yourself more and more from the process, and the money that you're making is coming in more passively, but at the same time you have a solid foundation and you have learned all these lessons that can help you to run a legitimate business over a lifetime, right? That can support you from that, not just making a couple $1,000s for a year and then having to give up, but something that you can build a lifetime from so you can be free as an online coach for the rest of your life, all right? Now, I want to talk about what are these people doing that are successful in your program? Like, what do you have to do if you're watching this now? What do you have to do in order to be amongst the successful people, right? So the first thing is something that triggers a lot of people when they hear it, and that is brain off, execute, okay? Sometimes people come to us with wrong ideas of how business should work. They have a very false idea of how it should work. They have prior wrong knowledge, right? They have the knowledge, but it's wrong. It's not specifically for their situation. It is maybe from a different type of niche, and they come to us and they have this egoic connection to it. They hold on, they identify with that, and it's very difficult for them to then apply the process that we're giving them that actually works, right? It's very, what's that saying? It's very hard to fill a vessel that is already full. So the people that are very successful, they actually manage to turn their brain off, rid themselves of all the wrong, false ideas that they've been accumulating until now, and they just focus on executing the exact process that we give them. That's number one. The other one is they don't give up. Okay, this is important for before you're making your first money. It can be discouraging sometimes. You're like, oh, it has been X weeks and I'm still not making money. Don't give up, stick at it because it's a proven process. But also, once you make your first money, that you're not leaning back and say, oh, I am the overlord now, I can do all this by myself, but to actually keep pushing, to keep asking questions, to keep trying to get feedback as much as you can, and thus to grow and get better at it, right? The other thing is not a fix me mindset. This is very key, and I'm really hoping you pay attention now. Too often people come to us and they say things like, I'm here now, fix me, build my business. That's a very toxic mindset to come from, because at the end of the day, we can't help you if you cannot execute. All right, you need to be willing to work on yourself, and that includes also your mindset, your previous false ideas, being able to take feedback even if it might be harsh. Right? People that work with me, they often say that, Max, you're harsher than I would have thought. You're such a nice person on the YouTube, but once I'm your client, you're so harsh. All right, good. I don't need you to be best friends with me. I just need you to get results. That's why you pay me. All right. So at the end of the day, don't come to us with a fix me mindset. I'm here, fix me, la di da. All right. So those are usually the character traits that people have when they succeed. All right. So when you say this sounds great, I have a very good picture of how I need to get there. All right. What exactly do I need to do? If that is you, then you can book a free consulting call either with me directly or with an expert from our team, and we'll help you get there. We'll help you get started. We'll tell you what to do in your specific situation. Okay, so there's a link in the description. You click on that link. I want you to read what's on that page, right? Click on the link, it brings you to the page. Read what's on the page. Show that you can maintain focus for 10 minutes to read what's on that page. At the bottom of the page, you can fill out the application, takes you 2 minutes, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Call is entirely for free. On that call, we'll be looking at your situation. We'll be seeing what exact steps you in your specific situation need to take in order to get started. We'll also be seeing if and how exactly we can help you get there, right? And if you already have a skill and you want to learn how to monetize it, that call is for you. If you're already making some money already, you want to do it more legitimate, you want to scale it, that call is for you as well. But even if you don't know what it is that you could be offering people, okay, you don't know what skill you could potentially have, that call is also for you, because we can analyze your strengths, we know the market, we can tell you what exact model fits best for you, right? So either way, book that free consulting call, and we have limited spots. That means more and more people want to jump on the opportunity to be on that free consulting call with us. So my recommendation is you click on it now, you take the couple minutes to fill out the application, book the call with us, and then we'll help you get started. All right, that's it, I think. So thank you very much for watching this video. Maybe talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.
I'm just making a short video on how I feel about my first close. So yeah, it happened a few days ago. I feel absolutely amazing since then. Yeah, and before I joined FBM, my mindset on business and money was just so different. Like now, I think I've like completely changed my whole mind on how money works, how business works. Yeah, I can't wait to just build my whole new life now. This is like, it's actually crazy how much this is like benefiting my life. I don't know if anyone understands, but this is like huge for me. So thank you to Max. Thank you to all the other coaches. So grateful to you all.